West Coast, and we live in the building, man. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Come to you guys with some breaking news this morning. Got some breaking news out of Dallas. What's up with you guys? It's your boy West Coast. Make sure you guys hit that share button. Make sure you guys hit that that follow button. Got a little breaking news update on Kelvin Joseph. Got a little breaking news update on Kelvin Joseph. Make sure you guys hit that share button. Make sure you guys hit that star button. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, actually, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It is your boy West Coast, and we live in the building, man. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? What's up with you, Jason Ramon Miller? What's up with you, my boy? Hey, Jason, hit that share button. What's up with you, Jason? Hit that share button this morning. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. Thomas the Spur Man, what's up with you, sir? Hey, you guys, make sure you guys hit that share button. Top share is going home with a Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl ring. And then the top star getter, the top star giver is going home with a Dallas Cowboys Thanksgiving jersey. I got the new Thanksgiving jerseys in stock. I got them in stock. The new Thanksgiving jerseys are in stock. Got them in. So if you want yourself a new Thanksgiving jersey, all you got to do is hit that share, that star button, because the top star giver today is going home with one. So make sure you guys hit that share button. The star button. It's the exact same jersey I got on right now. The new Thanksgiving jersey, as you can see, got the patches on the side right there. This is the only jersey outside of the Color Rush jersey that actually has our star on it. You know, the Cowboys, even though we are the Dallas Cowboys and we rep the star, we only have two jerseys that actually have a physical star on it. And the Thanksgiving is one of them. And then what is the other jersey? Put it in the comment box. What is the other jersey that actually has a physical star on it? You know what I'm saying? What's another jersey that has a physical star on it? We have this one. We have this one. The Navy doesn't actually have a star on it. The Navy jersey has a star on it when you purchase it, but when the Cowboys actually wear it on the field, it doesn't have a star on it. Questions. What's up with you, Gary? Hey, I'm about to do this breaking news, and then I'm about to slide in there on you. Put it in the comment box. What are the jerseys that actually have physical stars on them? What are the jerseys that actually have physical stars on them? You know what I'm saying? But, yo, let's go, man. Hey, whenever West Coast goes live, you guys know there's two things you guys got to do. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Instagram. We're live on Twitter. We're live on, hey, Gary, the reason why I had to go live is because I had to go live on Instagram and TikTok, too, to bring the breaking news. I always do the breaking news, my regular way, and then we'll do a regular show afterwards. Because I'll send you a link right now if you want to hop on this after I do this right here. I'll send you a link right now, to be honest with you. So, yo, make sure you guys hit that share button. Top share today is going home. The top share today is going home with a Super Bowl ring today. So make sure you guys hit that star button. And then the top star giver is going home with a Dallas Cowboys Ezekiel Elliott Thanksgiving jersey. So make sure you guys hit that star button. And we about to go through the stars. We about to go through it right now. As I say your name, make sure you guys hit that share button. And then make sure you guys also hit that star button. You feel me? Make sure you guys hit both those for your boy. Ready? So let's go. Let's see who's up in here real quick. And then you guys already know, after we do that, we're going to talk about the content for a little bit. All right, hey, shout out to everybody that's watching on TikTok. We got over 1,100 people watching on TikTok. So let's go, man. Let's get into this. Joe Trantrina, what's up with you? Hit that star button. Kevon Boo Collins, hit that star button. Neil, hit that star button, hit that share button. My boy Matthew, hit that star button, hit that share button. Gary, what's up with you, Gary? Hit that star button, hit that share button. Hey, man, let's get 100 people on here on Facebook, man. We ain't did 100 people on here in so long, man. Let's do 100 people on Facebook real quick. Let's get it up. We got to run those numbers up, though. The only way we're going to do that is if you guys hit that share button, though. So make sure you guys hit that share button. You feel me? So, yo, let's go, man. Let's go ahead and talk about it, man. So, Dallas Cowboys, cornerback. We got some we got some updates on Kelvin Joseph, Dallas Cowboys cornerback. It looks like he is going to be exonerated, and that he is not going to. I don't know why my picture just does not trying to show no more. Hold on real quick. Let me what did I just do? Hold on real quick. Let me put this up there. All right, bam, there you go. All right, so Kelvin Joseph has been exonerated by the Dallas police. All right. So what does this mean? That means that he will not be charged in the drive-by shooting that resulted in the murder in, the young man's life. It's kind of a crazy situation. You guys already know what it is. It's kind of a crazy situation. Kelvin Joseph was in the passenger. He was in the car when the situation happened. But it looks as if the Dallas Police Department will not be charging Kelvin Joseph with any type of crime in this case. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to feel some type of way about it. I'm going to be honest with you myself. I kind of feel some type of way about it myself. I'm not even going to sit up here and try to cap with you guys. But I'm going to tell you this right here. If you're guilty, I believe you should do a crime. You should do the time. And I'm gonna tell you this right here: if you are innocent, I believe that you should not do the time. There's enough people that are sitting in jail for stuff that they didn't do. That if you were not involved in something, I don't feel that you should get any type of negative ramifications from it. But I will say this, bro. I will say this. I don't know where you guys are from, but where I'm from. Appreciate you, my boy Cole Dyer with the 100 band. Don't forget, you guys, top star giver today is going home with a Dallas Cowboys Ezekiel Elliott Thanksgiving jersey. These are the new jerseys, the new Thanksgiving jersey. Top star giver's going on with a Thanksgiving jersey. It's the same jersey I got on right now. Cole Dyer, appreciate what you mean. What does this mean for him as far as suspension from the NFL? Does this guarantee that he is not going to get suspended from the NFL? No, it does not. You guys also got to remember that Dallas Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott got pretty much this exact situation. The police came and said that, guess what? We do not find any fault in anything that he did. But what did they ended up doing anyway? The NFL still came out and suspended him. Now, do I believe that this is going to happen to Kelvin Joseph? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. But I will say this. The NFL has gotten better at, because think about this. Deshaun Watson has yet to be suspended. So I'm very, very, very curious on how this works out, because I'm going to be honest with you, man. Y'all know I felt some type of way about this. Y'all know I feel some type of way about this, right? But I will say this, legal actions, when you start talking about suspending people for stuff, and if they say there's no physical crime that they committed, regardless if we feel that he should have put himself in a better situation to not even be inside the situation, I don't think that they're going to be able to. I wouldn't agree with the NFL trying to give him any type of suspension if the actual people who are supposed to do an investigation did an investigation and didn't find anything that warrant him to be suspended. I mean, to get in trouble. Now, I'm going to tell you what the NFL is going to do is the NFL is going to use that old law that they have in the NFL that says that it's not a law, it's really it's a rule. It's a code of conduct rule, and it's basically one of those rules where it's almost like the California state rule law on employees. In California, we are all at will employees. What does at will employee mean? That means they can fire your ass for anything, bro. Like literally, they could literally come into your job and almost fire, and they could literally fire you for They can fire you for anything. They could literally fire you for wearing a Dallas Cowboy jersey and be like, yeah, we're firing you because, we don't have enough employees. You know what I mean? Like at will states, they fire your ass for anything, right? So, the NFL, in my opinion, is almost like an at will state when it comes to EDD and unemployment. Like, bro, they can literally suspend your ass for anything, bro. Like, they can suspend you for anything. Appreciate you, Auntie Mary. Like, they can literally suspend you for anything. So it's like, it would not. Appreciate you, Auntie Miss Cortez. Appreciate you. And I put your jersey in the mail. Auntie about to be looking clean out there. You feel me? Appreciate you with the 1,200 stars. I'm going to tell you this right here. I personally feel some type of way about this whole situation. Yes, I do. I'm not going to lie to you. But in the fairness of the law, in the fairness of people getting accused of stuff and going to jail for stuff they didn't do, bruh. Like, I can't agree with him getting suspended. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, and y'all know I feel some type of way about it. But at the same time, I also feel that like this, even though you may feel OJ is guilty, unfortunately, that is not what the 12 jury said. So he's a free man, bro. And we can all feel that OJ's guilty in the mug, man. I know OJ did it. I know OJ did it. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you guys this right here. We're going to be in a sad situation if the NFL is in a situation where the actual police department can actually come do an investigation. The investigation can show my kids wake up in the morning thinking they professional dog trainers trying to teach the dog. Leave them damn dogs alone. But yeah, I think listen to me. It is a worse situation. We would be in a worse situation if we allow the NFL to start suspending people when there is no actual case. Like, that's bigger than Kelvin Joseph. That's bigger. Because my question is this. Where is the and listen to me. I don't want nobody to feel like I am not I don't have empathy for the victim, because I have mad empathy for the victim. I have mad empathy. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I actually feel that Kelvin Joseph should have been suspended up to today. Just being honest with you. Like, I would have had no problem with him being suspended up till today. Why? Because up till today, it was technically an investigation. Right? But now that they have concluded that piece of the investigation, I don't feel that it would be necessarily right if they concluded an investigation that said that they didn't feel that he had any involvement in it. Doesn't matter what we feel, y'all. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what West Coast thinks. It doesn't matter. If the police department, the hired people who are supposed to be actually doing these investigations, did not find that he did anything criminally wrong, he shouldn't be suspended. And that goes for anybody. That goes for Deshaun Watson. Hey, you guys, make sure you guys hit that star button. Make sure you guys hit that star button. Top star givers going home with Ezekiel Elliott Thanksgiving edition jersey. We got 80 people up in here. We had about 100 people up in here on Facebook. I appreciate you guys. I know Facebook is tripping with the algorithm, but you guys are still banging with your boy, and I do appreciate you guys. Also, don't forget Wednesday, this Wednesday, who are you watching training camp with? Who are you watching training camp? Hey, if you want to be a part of helping West Coast sponsor training camp this year, all you got to do is hit that star button. All you got to do is hit that star button. All you got to do is hit that star button. I will be driving to training camp. I'm actually going to be taking my Tahoe. I won't be taking my Tesla. Why? Because I got a gang of kids in the car, and it's just not going to be comfortable. But I'm taking a bunch of kids to training camp this year. So if you want to be a part of helping West Coast sponsor training camp, you want to be a part of helping West Coast get to training camp, all you got to do is hit that star button. Or you can also hit support by also hitting that Cash App, which I'm about to put in the comment box right now on all platforms. My boy Bill Baby says, West Coast, what do you think our weakest position is? I'll give you that answer. Let me finish this up real quick about Kelvin Joseph, and I'll get that to you. I'll finish it. I'll give you that answer now and finish this up. All right, so put this up and put this in here. So, hey, we just started a star party. Appreciate you, my boy Cole Dyer with 1,000 stars. Appreciate you, sir. Hey, don't forget, top star giver today is going home with a Dallas Cowboys Thanksgiving edition. Same jersey I got on right now, Thanksgiving edition. These are the new jerseys we will be wearing on Thanksgiving. They're actually not new. They're very much old, but they're new to anybody that hasn't been watching the Cowboys in the last 5 years. You feel me? But back on the subject. What do I think this means for the Cowboys cornerback room? To be honest with you, man, we need Kelvin Joseph. Like, we need Kelvin Joseph. I actually think position-wise, cornerback is probably your strongest room. Now it doesn't have your strongest individual superstars. No, I don't believe that. But your strongest room, where I mean if your weakest link, if you guys think that listen to me, Trevon Diggs was an all-pro. Anthony Browns didn't get recognized for it, but he was actually voted in as a top 10 corner in football last year. Then you have Kelvin Joseph, who played 142 snaps at special teams, but also budded. Also started. He didn't start, but he played in 10 games last year. Big, sturdy corner. You know, Cowboys also got a guy that I love in the cornerback room, a young guy, rookie. I call him Taylor Stewart out of USC. No, he's gonna wear number 36 this year. Big corner, ran a 4.3 corner, 200 pounds, 6'2", big long arms out of USC. I've watched this dude play for about 4.5 years. I mean, this dude's a bad man. Not only was he a bad man, but he was a bad man in high school too. Solid corner. The dude looked 40 in the face, though. I ain't gonna lie. This dude, my boy Stewart looked 40 in the face. But the Dallas Cowboys have a very strong cornerback room, bruh. Like, we have a pretty damn decent cornerback room. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if the Cowboys have to trade a position to go get something else, it's gonna be a cornerback. Like, if we have to use something to go get something, it's gonna be a cornerback. It's gonna be a cornerback because that's your healthiest room. We have more good corners than we have wide receivers. Like, think about that. You have more good corners than you have wide receivers. Appreciate you, Auntie Cortez, with the 530 stars. You have more good receivers than you have probably defensive linemen. You have more good corners than you have more defensive ends. Cornerback is the strongest room on this team right now. That's crazy. Think about this, and that's pretty damn good considering, bro, you walked away from your entire starting cornerbacks just 4 years ago. So I will say this: the Dallas Cowboys, you know, I think it's kind of funny because we've always been known to kind of have like had this good draft, right, and be able to draft good wide receivers. But real talk, the strength of the Dallas Cowboys right now is drafting corners. Because for the most part, every corner we drafted has played, and has actually played well. Because Kelvin Joseph only played 1 year for us so far, and guess what? He played fairly decent for us. For a rookie, he played pretty decent with us. And I actually think Kelvin Joseph is going to probably play some safety in his career. You know what I'm saying? So, you mean if you're looking at your Dallas Cowboys, if you're looking at the Dallas Cowboys cornerback room, man, your cornerback room is the strongest room. Somebody asked me what was the strongest ring? Well, what was the weakest room? I had to think about what the weakest room is. I'd probably say linebacker. Is the weakest room on the Dallas Cowboys right now. But let's look at these corners. Right now we have Deron Bland, rookie out of Fresno State. I like him, 6 foot. You got Anthony Brown, who's wearing number 3 now. 5'11". You got Keyron Brown, 6'1". You got Trevon Diggs, 6'2". C.J. Goodwin, brother, C.J. Goodwin, 6'3". And you got Kelvin Joseph, 6'1". Then you got Jordan Lewis, 5'10". Then you got Quadri Mosley, 6'1". My boy Isaiah Taylor, 6'2". Nashawn Wright, 6'4". Like, bro, you got bro, your corners are damn near taller than your damn wide receivers, fam. Like, I'm just keeping it real with you. Your corners, you probably have a bigger cornerback room than you have a wide receiver room. Just keeping it real with y'all. You have a bigger cornerback room than you have a wide receiver room right now. And if I had to say, hey, man, let's get to it. Can we get to 10,000 stars, man? Our first 10,000 stars of the year, man. We had 4,700 stars. Don't forget, top star giver. Oh, yeah. It's going home with a Dallas Cowboys. With a Dallas Cowboys Ezekiel Elliott jersey. Hey, Cuzzo, is you still in the live feed? If you is, I'm about to send you that link. Here you go. My boy says, so after that thought, what do I think is the weakest room on the Dallas Cowboys? The weakest room I believe on the Dallas Cowboys is linebackers for sure. The weakest room in the weakest room that we have. And also when someone says room, what they're talking about is like wide receiver room. Because you know how when they all go to practice, at the end of the day, they all leave and they all go into their separate wide receiver room, quarterback room, running back room. When they say what is the weakest room, they're saying what is the weakest group? What is the weakest group of players that you have when they're all together in one area? And I would have to say the weakest room for the Dallas Cowboys by far is the linebacking room. Because you got to see it like this. As of right now, I don't even know who my middle linebacker is. Now, I want to say it's LVE. But we all know LVE's not really been that good at playing the whole middle linebacker thing. So I don't know if I want LVE playing middle linebacker. Yes, he can play a middle linebacker because he, has played a linebacker before. But I don't know if I want LVE playing middle linebacker. For me, you know what I'm saying? I just don't know if that is a good look for Mr. LVE. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this, the part of the, and I'm gonna give y'all some context on this too. Part of the reason why I don't, LVE, man, first off and foremost, man, to be a middle linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys or for any team in the NFL, man, you have to be very durable, man, because, LVE has, he finally had his first season. He finally had his first season in which he actually played more games than he did not actually play. You know what I'm saying? Which is an accomplishment, and I'm very excited about that. But, LVE has been, and ain't no trying to diss on LVE, but this is just what I know about LVE. LVE has been a tornado. He has been a tornado, not a tornado, but he has been what's them things that come out of submarines? What they call them? Torpedo. He has been a torpedo. Hey, turn your volume up, cuzzo. I can, you just low. He has been a torpedo his entire career. He's been a torpedo. You know what I'm saying? What is a torpedo in football? A torpedo is somebody that you point. Because what do you do with a torpedo? Does a torpedo follow, folks? No, I'm going to tell you what a torpedo does. You point it at something and then it goes. That's what a torpedo does. You point it at something and then it goes. It don't turn right. It's not one of these smart bombs that can like turn to the left and turn to the right and do all these adjustments and stuff. It's not one of those. Hey, TikTok, I need you guys to come watch me on YouTube. Instagram, I need you guys to come watch me on YouTube. Come watch me on YouTube on both platforms right now because we're out of here on YouTube and TikTok. All right. So what is a torpedo? What does a torpedo do, y'all? Tell me what a torpedo does. You point it, you click it, it goes. It destroys stuff. That's what LVE has basically been his entire career. And I'm going to tell you who was the guy. What's up with you, my boy J Tuck? I'm going to tell you who the guy that was pointing and directing him in the right direction was freaking Jalen Smith, man. So it's like, without him having some type of radar detection or someone to kind of steer him in the right direction, I'm kind of nervous on LVE being my middle linebacker because that is not really his strength. His strength is always being going forward and attacking and being someone that you can just put on someone. So for him having to actually sit there and diagnose, I don't know if that's the best situation I want LVE, man. But before we get into that LVE situation, talk to me about Kelvin Joseph and your thoughts on Kelvin Joseph. Hey, this is my cuzzo. My boy Henny Cowboy, what's up with you, man? Talk to me real quick about this Kelvin Joseph. And also, don't forget, you guys hit that star button, man. We're trying to get to 10,000 stars. Where are we at right now? Where are we at? We at 5,300, man. We 4,700 stars away. Let's get it. 4,700 stars away. Appreciate you, my boy Cole Dyer. Appreciate you, my boy Darren Thompson. Shout out to all you guys in the comment box. Also, shout out to my boy Jay Tuck from CFO Sports. Hey, today at 3 p.m. Cali time, man, I'm going to be dog walking these dudes, man. Nah, I'm playing with you. But at 3 o'clock, man, you can hate my boy. We got 10 of the best Cowboy bloggers out there, 10 of the best Cowboy bloggers out there, and we're going to put on a great show. We got a great show. We calling it Votron, man. And basically, what Votron is? Votron is basically when all the good guys come together and they make a super good guy. You want to know why? Because, but listen to me. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you this right here, man. Captain America would have got his ass whipped by Thanos. Rest in peace, but Black Panther would have got his ass whipped by Thanos. Iron Man would have got his ass whipped by Thanos. What's his name? What's that boy name?
Thor.
Thor did get his ass whipped by Thanos. Thor got his ass broke off. Well, Thor would have got his ass broke off again by Thanos. But let me tell you this right here. When they came together, when they put their own minds aside and came together, met up in Rwanda, and came together as the Avengers, oh yeah, Thor caught them hands, bruh. You feel me? Individually, the Avengers lost. You know what I'm saying? Thanos snapped that hand, boy, and all them motherfuckers disappeared. We was all out of there for 12 months. We was like, what the hell is going on in the Marvel universe? You know what I'm saying? For a solid 11 months. You know what I'm saying? Praise God the Avengers came together and fixed everything, though, right? So, yo, man, Danny Wright, I got the king in the building, man. Snigger King in the building. What up with you, man? So, yo, man, tell me real quick, what are your thoughts? Hey, that's what we really need to call. Hey, real quick, CFO, we gotta change the name to the Avengers Assemble. We got to. That has to be the new name, bruh. That has to be the new name. I'm sorry. CFO, we got to change the name to Avengers Symbol because that's fire. That's fire. Okay, back. All right, now Henny man. Time out. Do you got a wave cap on your head?
I sure do. Got to hold these dreads down.
I heard that. Run the damn ball. Wave caps coming soon, baby. Hey, man, this is what I need y'all to do right now. I need you guys to go to the comment box right now. I need you guys to drop those star button. Why? Because we have the new limited edition Stop the Damn Run wave caps coming out. They're coming out next Thursday. The first one might have a little grease on it, but don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of helps the weight. You know what I'm saying? But, yo, limited edition Stop the Damn Run wave caps dropping next week. Let's go. Hey, Henny Dog, let me know about Kelvin Joseph. And I want to know what's your daddy answer? And then I need to know what is wave cap Henny Dog got to say about this.
Well, man, just like you said, I'm all with due process. And, I don't want the NFL.
But you a daddy too, though, so you gotta.
I'm a daddy.
You gotta, and a granddaddy, so you gotta low key when you a daddy and a granddaddy, you gotta be responsible. Then you can be irresponsible after you be responsible. Right. Go ahead, tell me.
But yeah, that's just like you were saying, man. I don't want the NFL overstepping their boundaries, just like what they did with Ezekiel Elliott. That man got suspended, never got convicted of a crime. Just things like that. Like if you take the stuff to the court of law and the professionals who are over that kind of thing, the police department, hell, even in the Zeke case, there was an FBI agent looking into it. They found nothing, and this man still got suspended for 6 games when there was a lack of evidence supporting that. So I'm happy for Joseph, and I hope he doesn't get suspended. Like if he can be exonerated of a crime and there's not even a civil suit to follow it, there should be no reason for this man to not be on the football field. And again, like you said, the daddy in me, He need to go sit his ass down somewhere.
Thank you.
He need to be in the lab, practicing his cover skills and drills instead of at the club. But you live and you learn.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you, I wanted to kind of like say this, but I wanted somebody else on here when I said this, just because sometimes I think people be thinking, oh, West Coast, you do it too much, West Coast. But listen to me, I'm gonna tell y'all this right here, right, where I'm from, and if my boy Tuck's still in the comment box, hey, if you from the HOOD, you know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm saying is true, right? In the HOOD, you know what I'm saying? Whenever someone does something they not supposed to do and they don't get in trouble for it, they either do one or two things in the HOOD where I'm from. And listen to me, the film says that Kelvin Joseph, you look at his lips, he is from the HOOD. He's one of us, okay? They either get more gangster or they turn their life around and give their life to Jesus and they turn from their foolish ways. Great example, Ray Lewis. Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm saying? You've had some players who have come in contact with major situations. And you know what it did? It said, hey, bro, I'm going to wise up and I'm going to chill the F out. You mean? I'm going to chill out. Why? Because, woo, we barely made it out of that one, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like some dudes in the hood, when they get in trouble, they going to come back and they going to be like, oh, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. Thank you for letting me make it. But, Jesus, I was just playing, man. I want to know, how does he rebound from this? Because at the end of Michael Irvin, another great example. Some people, I'm going to be honest with you, unfortunately, some people, and for those who have kids, we all know I got a kid who I can tell, I call the belt the iron. I call it the iron, you know what I'm saying? I tell my sons all the time, man, it don't matter who you are, where you at, if somebody flashed the iron on you, you give them everything they ask for, you know what I'm saying? We don't fight over nothing, you know what I'm saying? You want the chain, you can have the chain. But I tell you this right now. I call the belt the iron. That's what I call it, right? I got one son. All I got to do is show the iron. I pull it out, just flash it on him. He going to do exactly what I say. Oh, Daddy, you ain't got to whoop me. I'm good. I do exactly what you tell me. No, Daddy, I'm good, Daddy. Oh, no, Daddy. No, Daddy. No, Daddy, we good, Daddy. Oh, no, what you going to do with that, Daddy? You know what I'm saying? But then I got another son. I guess he be listening to Tupac when he sleep. Because I actually got to get the iron. I got to actually walk up on him with the iron. I got to actually cock my arm back like I'm about to hit him with the iron. You know what I mean? I'm talking about a belt now. You know what I'm saying? I got to do all this to get this young man to get, you know what I'm saying, to really understand the point that I'm trying to make. You know what I'm saying? And my question to Kelvin Joseph is, which one are you? Because if I'm going to tell you this right here, if you're the latter, if you're like my gangster son, this isn't the first or the last time we're going to be talking about you. Because my son that's gangster, he don't believe that fat meat is greasy. He just don't believe it. He don't believe that a cold beer is going to have a little precipitation on the side. He don't believe that. He just don't believe it. Like he's from, even though we're from California, he's from Missouri. You're going to have to show him. You know what I'm saying? God said, sit your ass down somewhere. Well, Jesus, you're going to have to actually show me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know, Kelvin Joseph, which one are you? Because I'm going to tell you this right here. Unfortunately, Henny Dog, I'm more inclined to believe that he's like the second one. Because unfortunately, this is not the first conversation we've had about Kelvin Joseph.
At all. And if you go back and look, this is why he didn't get to finish out his playing career at LSU.
Thank you. There's a reason why he graduated at Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, speak on it, man. Cause they be thinking I be tripping sometimes, but I'm just saying, bro. Like, I mean, I'm happy that he got out of the situation selfishly because I'm a Dallas Cowboy. But realistically, I don't think this is gonna be the last time.
Nah, cause when you think about it, man, just think about the pattern. This has like we always talk about patterns when we talk about statistics and numbers. And look at the pattern of behavior this man has had. He's had a
What's up, Auntie Charlene?
Everywhere he's been, he's had an issue. He had an issue at LSU. He's had issues at Kentucky. He's had issues now with the Dallas Cowboys. And, we already had questions about his focus. This man up here trying to pursue a rap career. And he makes super gangster rap music. If you listen to his rap, you swear he done killed 20 people.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy, right? You know what's crazy? And this is what's crazy this is what I always tell people, like, about rap, right? If you're a Kelvin Joseph fan of his music, that means that can I say this? Can I say this without getting blocked on Instagram or on any platform?
Oh, yeah.
Listen, man. If you're a fan of Kelvin Joseph music, if you think he's a real rapper, you know what that means? That means you're not a real person. Because in order for Kelvin Joseph to be a real rapper, he can't be in the NFL. Because 90% of the stuff that you rap about, bro, you cannot do in the NFL.
Right.
Like, you can't do it. So that's why I be trying to say, like, me personally, I don't have a problem with him being a rapper. I don't. To be honest with you, I don't have a problem with him being a rapper. But my question is this. Are you trying to be a Drake rapper? Or are you trying to be an NBA YoungBoy rapper? Because I'm going to tell you, every real rapper that I know has legal problems. That's just real, bro. And I'm going to be honest with you. That is a criteria of being a real rapper. That is the criteria. In today's society, bro, you got to catch some case. You got to catch a case. You got that boy, you got dudes, what's that boy, Honeycomb Brazy? I didn't even know about that dude until he went to jail. Oh, my mama. I hadn't heard a song from him until he went to jail. Now I listen to his music. I ain't gonna lie. But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, unless you're going to be a Drake rapper, and if you're going to be a Drake rapper, you have to be good.
Immensely talented.
You have to be immensely talented. Because if you're not talented, you know what you're banking on? You're banking on making music for people who identify with you. Well, Kelvin Joseph, you're a millionaire who plays in the NFL. How are you even still talking about trapping? Mm-hmm. And then my question is, bro, when were you trapping? You were a McDonald's All-American. That means you had to have had decent grades. That means you had to you went to LSU, bruh. That means you had to be somewhat decent of a person. That means you had to have had some type of foundation. He's achieved some things. If one's looking at, I'm going to tell you this right here. If you're looking at Kelvin Joseph's resume, you wouldn't think he's a gangster rapper.
Nah, this man was a 4-star recruit.
Like, bro, thank you, bro. Be who you really are, bro. Because I'm going to be real with you. If Kelvin Joseph, bro, you have the natural talent to be who you are. You're trying to be a rapper, and guess what? It's not working. Because I ain't heard one of your songs, bro. I ain't heard one of your songs. Not one. Bro, you are a football player who raps. Unfortunately, Kelvin Joseph wants to be a rapper who plays football. And I'm going to tell you like this right now. I'm happy that this situation worked out in his favor if he was not involved. That's all I'm going to say. Like, if he was not involved, I'm happy that I am extremely happy that he didn't get in trouble if he was not involved. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Speaking from the complex of a black man, if this young man did this crime and he got away from it, and he got away with it, he's going to get in trouble again.
Oh, he's not.
And if you don't believe me, go ask your kids, man. Go ask your kids. Go ask your kids the last time that they got in trouble for something and you didn't punish them. What did they do? Did they say, oh, my God, Dad really showed me some love on this one? You know what, Henny? This is what I'm going to do. Hey, kids, we got to stop tripping. You want to know why? Because Dad really showed us some love on this one, Henny. You know what I mean? How many times did Unc not whip your ass and then you be like, oh, appreciate you, Dad, for not whipping my ass. I'm going to make sure I don't do it again.
Oh boy, I went hard. Oh man, this time I went harder, boy. Like
I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Tell me about your children real quick. When you don't discipline your children for something, do you have those new children that just be like, oh my God, I made a mistake. Dad was supposed to spank me. Since he didn't spank me, I'm going to learn from my mistake and I'm not going to do it again. You tell me, do you have children like that? Do they sell those type of children in Arkansas?
they don't sell them in America.
They don't. I thought you could buy a couple for $1.50. You can't?
They must sell those in China. You got to import them over.
Oh, we ain't importing nothing from China. We ain't importing nothing from China. You know what I'm saying? And while we on it, let me just go ahead and clear this up right now. This is not a health show. We are not giving any type of health advice. We are not saying that you should go get health advice. But yo, man, I'm just saying, bro, like those, and listen to me. If you only care about Kelvin Joseph, the football player, then who cares, right? Who cares what we're talking about? Like, who cares what we're talking about? Right? Who cares? If you only care about these guys when they're on your team, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Because even if he goes to jail, we can get somebody else, right? But at some point, you got to start looking at these players as individuals, man. And I'm going to tell you this right here. When do we start actually caring about the individuals on the team that we love? Like, we got to start caring about those types of things. So, my biggest thing with Kelvin Joseph is, man, your history says that there's going to be another one, bro. And your history says that it might be worse. Because my boy is not one of those guys that, like, steals 50 cents and then comes back and steals 25 cents the next day. If he steals 50 cents out of your purse, he's taking $1 the next time.
And like we talk about patterns, it's escalated since.
Thank you, bro. So that's what scares me, bro. That's the only thing that scares me, man. That's the only thing that scares me. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Henny.
Nah, man, you hit the nail on the head with this one, man. Because like you said, we just gonna have to see what kind of person he is. But we sort of already do. We already seen it because it's gone from arguing with the coach, not focusing, to being a part of a murder, at least in the car when a murder occurred. So, like, what's going to be the next thing to happen? He going to make a song that further incriminates himself? Because these new rappers like to stitch on themselves in their songs. So, what's going to happen next?
And you know what's crazy, bro? I mean, that's why I love doing shows with you, bro, because you literally just took that crap right out of my head, man. Because I was sitting up here just thinking about this. Like, I feel like at some point he's gonna feel like I gotta get my point. I gotta get my truth across. They gotta know what I did in the story. Because right now, if you go back to the hood, you're not getting no credit for this. You was just in the car, like you weren't a shooter. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that he doesn't try to use this situation like other rappers have used negative situations and be like, yo, I beat a case. Well, the only way to beat a case is if you was involved in a case. You know what I'm saying? My hope for Kelvin Joseph, honestly, is that people that get around him that actually love him, because I'm going to tell you this right here, the people that are around Kelvin Joseph don't love him. You know what I'm saying? Because the people who are around him need to be keeping him out of trouble. Why? Because they need to understand not only is he he's their ticket out the hood.
Right.
He's their ticket out. So my hope is that Kelvin Joseph surrounds himself with a good nucleus of people who genuinely care about him, the individual, and want to see him prosper. Because if they do that, then he's going to be stepping around here. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I know a lot of you guys are probably saying, well, he got some good friends. Why? Because think about this, man. He was in a car where a guy got killed, and he had two of his homeboys actually take the charge, actually stand on their nuts about it. And I ain't going to lie. That is to be commended. I ain't going to lie to you.
Mm-hmm. Especially if it comes out that they didn't really do it.
Yeah, that is commendable. You know what I'm saying? It is not commendable that they even did it, but I will say this. It is commendable to the fact that his homeboy stood up for it. Mm-hmm. But I will say this. What is even more commendable, because as a parent, I think like this. If they was really your friends, they would have kept your ass out the situation to begin with. Mm-hmm. There's this TikTok that I love every time I see it. And they always have it's like a dude. He'll be sitting like holding a basketball or a football or something. And then it'd be like the title would be like when the hood got love for you, and then it'd be like, hey man, you made like the video, the meme kind of, the TikTok video kind of goes like this. You hear the sound, it goes, an older guy comes by and he'd be like, hey man, you may want to get off from over here. Why? Because we about to spray this motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? And then the dude grabs his stuff and he takes off, right? So like that's the mindset. Like when I was growing up out here, right? I'm gonna tell y'all this right here, and I don't want nobody to get offended. But look, the blacks and the Mexicans, we was beefing, bruh. We was beefing when I was growing up. When I was growing up, it was not Bloods and Crips. Yeah, Bloods and Crips have always been beefing out here. But when I was growing up, it was blacks and Mexicans. That was who was beefing, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember walking home, bro. Right? And walking home down Jackson Street, and literally, I'm walking down, and a car pulled up on me, man. It was my cousins, some older cousins, right? And they gonna tell me, hey, man, you may want to go back to the liquor store. And I'm like, what's up? And he's like, because it's about to go down over here. You know what I'm saying? And I turned my ass back around and went back to the liquor store, right? And my cousin ended up taking me home later on that night. But what I'm saying is, it's like when the people around you understand what you can do or what you are able to do, they are supposed to protect you and look out for you. So it's like, I think it's commendable that his friends did the right, honest thing. I mean, it's not commendable that you shot out of a car. No, it's not. But it is extremely commendable that they held their nuts on it, man, because in 2022, man, you got dudes snitching on folks and then literally going out and making videos about it, or snitching on themselves and going and making videos about snitching on themselves. Like, folks just want to tell. They don't care. They just want to tell. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, my biggest thing with Kelvin Joseph is I am hoping to God that he just surrounds himself with better people. Like this, that he just surrounds himself with better people. Because if he doesn't, because I'm going to tell you this right here. Theoretically, the way this story is being told is what? Kelvin Joseph didn't do anything. Okay, so then how did he get himself involved in it? Because of the people he chose to surround himself with.
Exactly.
Like, Kelvin Joseph is a great example that we can teach our children, that you can get an example of your children. Guess what? A man died because of someone's actions, and those actions were a result of the friends that you chose to be with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we need. Go ahead.
In a lot of states, you're liable for anything that happened in the car. There was a guy that was sleeping in the car when his friends went and robbed the liquor store. Somebody died, and everybody got charged.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, so So like,
I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all some true real. I'm gonna tell y'all some true story. My dad's a pastor, so he don't care if I talk about his testimony. But my dad was 19 years old, fresh out of high school. He was a 3-star defensive end coming out of Rialto High School, and literally went to a Jack in the Box with one of his friends, and his friend literally went into the Jack in the Box and robbed. This is my dad. He robbed the Jack in the Box, ran outside, looked at my dad, and told my dad, F and drive. And you know what my dad did? What you think he did, John? He drove. That's what he did. Why? Because you in the hood. That's why. He drove. My dad did 18 months behind that. He got 18 months behind that. And guess what? My dad's greatest testimony that he tells is what? Look, man, pick your friends. Don't let your friends pick you. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? That was a friend that picked him. Why? Because he knew that he could do things in his, you know what I mean? Like, make sure you're picking your friends. Because if your friends are picking you, you got to then wonder, why are they picking me? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to tell you something else that my dad did that he probably wouldn't have had to do any time, but I'm going to tell you something else. My dad didn't snitch, man. He didn't tell. And I'm going to tell you the thing that sucks. I'm not about to sit up here and say, hey, you should snitch. But I'm going to tell you this right here, man. My dad didn't snitch on a dude he knew for 5 months, bro. He ended up doing 18 months. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying they couldn't have been the best of friends. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't snitch. But all I'm saying is, bro, listen to me, bro. If we only been friends for 5 months, you do not have the right to come jump in my freaking car and tell me to drive after you just robbed a Jack in the Box. No, sir. You do not have that right. Nah, bruh. A 5-month friend, your ass is getting told on. Like on my mama, you getting told on. I'm sorry. I know you 5 months. They about to know you getting told on. I'm Tekashi 6ix9ine. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can call it West Coast ain't no real. I ain't no real. You right? I'm a real Cowboy fan though, and I'm a real daddy. I come home every night. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's my thoughts on that, man. Like, you gotta, like, it's not even just about what you do, man. It's about what your friends do. And guess what? You can be you can face the consequences for the friends that you pick. You might have to face the consequences for the friends you pick. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me, Henny.
Man,
My boy Daniel. I see you, Danny.
hopefully some of the veteran players on the team take me under their wing at this point, because we already seen just from past experiences he ain't best judge of character when he chooses the people he surrounds himself with. So maybe it's about time that he, maybe hang around the Marcus Lawrence, or hang around a Anthony Brown, or even hang around a Dak Prescott, guys who pretty much been upstanding citizens since they came into the league. Maybe you just need to be around some of the vets they can show them the ropes, because I'm not really seeing it in his personal life.
Yeah, man. And I'm gonna tell you this. Like, I also feel like these dudes, like all these dudes have like their own little cliques. And the Cowboys kind of had him around Dak when he was a rookie. Like, there was a lot of like things that he was doing with when Dak was doing the which was doing the things at the beginning of like those not the commercials, but he was doing the United Health Way volunteer work thing. It was Dak out there. Kelvin Joseph was there, and I think it's always good to have these guys around veteran players. But I feel like when it's forced, I feel like they don't really take it as serious. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that they're there because of whatever situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like, is it not necessarily, is it going to be genuine? But it's like, man, at the end of the day, bro, at this point of the game, you have to want to be a better person. Mm-hmm. Like, if Kelvin Joseph hasn't physically said to himself, I want to be a better person, then it's like you're basically just going to be in cleanup mode. You're always going to be cleaning up behind him. You know what I'm saying? Because he has to want to do it. And you also got to see it like this. There's just going to be situations in regular life. I'm pretty sure there's situations that have come up with Dak Prescott that we never know about. You want to know why? Because he chooses the right decision. He just chooses to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? You're always going to be presented with different situations and different things that happen in life. But guess what? It's just going to come down to what? How you decide to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's talk about this cornerback room real quick before we get up out of here, man. This cornerback room, I actually think that the Cowboys cornerback room is probably the strongest room on the defense, at least. What's your thoughts on your thoughts on what is the strongest room for you, and what is the weakest room for you, real quick? And also, real quick, Facebook, don't forget, Facebook and YouTube, don't forget, your boy West Coast is going to training camp. I'm leaving on Wednesday to go to training camp. If you guys want to help be a part of supporting West Coast, go to training camp. All you got to do is hit that Cash App right there, or you can also hit the PayPal. But also, you can also support right now. Why? Because Top Star Giver is going home with a Dallas Cowboys Thanksgiving jersey. These are the new jerseys we will be wearing on Thanksgiving. You guys know I'm super run the damn ball, so this is a Ezekiel Elliott jersey. And don't trip, because I got every size. Do not trip. You guys just focus on making sure you hit that star button. So make sure you guys hit that star button. Go ahead, man. What are your thoughts on the entire cornerback room all together?
I mean, as a unit, they're perfectly fine, man. Because I know a lot of people give Anthony Brown hell, but that man had a great season last year.
He had a really good season.
If I recall right, he had 3 interceptions, a defensive touchdown. I think he led the team. He either led the team or was second the team in pass breakups. Was a top 10 rated coverage corner in the entire NFL. So
when you say by NFL, this is not based on the Dallas Cowboys. This was based on other cornerbacks, other NFL players, other writers who said this about him.
Thanks. So I know that a lot of people have their minds set about what Anthony Brown is, but he played damn good last year, and he needs to be commended for that. And then you go on the other side of the ball. We don't really need to say too much about what Diggs did. I know people talk about the yardage, but when you look at it at over 17 game, season, it was literally like, because he gave up 907 yards. I know people like to use these other metrics, but the NFL analysis, he gave up 907 yards. That's the number we're going to use. And over 17 games, that's not much at all. And then you factor in he had 11 interceptions and like 15 or 16 pass breakups. he earned that All Pro selection. So
Mm-hmm.
then we're gonna move on to our nickelback, Jordan Lewis. Solid. Has been solid the entire time he's been in Dallas. Then we go to the backups. We have Kelvin Joseph, who has potential. Just need to get his head on straight, but he has the length, he has the athleticism, has 4.3 speed, played in SEC division, was that's known for defense. So I'm fine with Kelvin Joseph. I'm good with the other guys that are going to be rotational pieces. I'm good with CJ Goodwin, who's been special team most of his life, but he also is a vet, also has 4.3 speed, can fill in nicely when you need him. So I think overall, especially when you compare it to what we have as in the receiving room, they might be the best unit. Either that or because it's not really a one specific unit, but your pass rushers are fine too. I think our pass rushers and our cornerbacks are on around the same level because you have Michael Parsons, you have DeMarcus Lawrence. Both of our defensive tackles are actually pass rush specialists. You got Dante Fowler. You still have Dorrance Armstrong, who gave you like 5 sacks last year. So we got plenty of guys that can rush the passer as well. So when we talk about pass rush and cornerback, I think we're set there. What I have a concern with is our safety room and our linebacker room. Because once you get past the top of our safety room, we're very thin, and then linebacker we're thin in general because we don't really have a true middle linebacker. And matter of fact, that goes hand in hand because J-Ron Kurtz, who's supposed to be your primary safety, is taking a lot of snaps as a nickel backer and a linebacker. So that shows you right there, like anything happen to J-Ron Kurtz, you're really taking a blow to two separate units.
Yeah, we're in a situation where we really can't have if you could I'm gonna tell you this right now, you can only really afford to get an injury, and it's and I don't want to talk about this, but we got to talk about it. We can only afford to have an injury in the cornerback room. If you have listen, if your quarterback, and this is based, if your quarterback gets hurt, we don't even want to cause that. We don't even want to consider that because if any starting quarterback gets hurt, your season is changing. I don't give a damn who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean? So you can't even just be like, well, if Doug get hurt, then if your starting quarterback gets hurt, your whole season's changing. And if it doesn't, that means your backup quarterback probably should have been starting. You know what I'm saying? But, let's look at the offense, right? If somebody gets hurt on that offensive line, we are screwed, bro.
Yes, and
because I couldn't even tell you who the backups are.
Mm-hmm. No depth at all.
No depth at all, bro. If you get hurt in the wide receiver room, bro, we are screwed.
But look, we already
and Jalen Tolbert technically isn't back yet right now, and Michael Gallup isn't back right now. Jalen Tolbert was in a walking boot. Go ahead.
Yeah, and matter of fact, you got a very great point with that because behind CeeDee Lamb, there are already a bunch of question marks. Like you said, Michael Gallup ain't gonna be there to start the season. Jalen Tolbert is injured and never played an NFL snap. James Washington has been an NFL player, but he has not been very good.
Facts.
And so
that doesn't count. That doesn't count. Sometimes you guys like to count that as oh yeah, but we got James Washington. Yeah, but he's not good.
Yes. If he was
but he doesn't count because he's not good.
If he was as good as people say he would still be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. I love Dez, but he's getting the Midas touch from Dez right now. And guess what? That is the luxury of going to the same college as someone and practicing and working out with someone. You know what I'm saying? If my boy Henny Dog come to a game, guess what? If I'm in the building, I got him. I'm gonna take care of him. If I'm smoking, you smoking. You know what I mean? That's just how it works. Right? You know what I mean? So I think that's the power of the Midas touch. You know what I'm saying? You know how you ain't never heard of this artist and he's on a song with Drake? You want to know why? Because their label has paid Drake $2-3 million to do that song, and they know that Drake is going to blow that artist up. It's called the Midas touch. You know what I'm saying? That's what Dez kind of did with James Washington. He gave him the Midas touch. He knew that Cowboy fans, he knows that he is a beloved figure in the Dallas Cowboy community. So when he tweeted that, James Washington's coming to the Dallas Cowboys, former Ohio State University, same university, you know what I'm saying? That was love, man. But at the same time, it's now that's going to rub off, and now he has to actually produce and play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, man, if the wide receiver, if something, even if James Washington was to get hurt, you're in trouble. And I still think he needs to make this team because you still need more behind him.
Right. That's why I was hoping that they actually made the move.
What's up, Gwen?
Made Tony Pollard a full-time slot receiver, because that adds so much to your wide receiving room, having a guy like that has 4.3 speed, was an excellent return specialist in college that can stretch the field, make the defense rotate to wherever he's at. That adds a new dimension. A wide receiving room with CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard playing the slot, and then either Jalen Tolbert or Michael Gallup on the outside is better than what we have right now, with hoping that James Washington can take a next step, but he's been in the league on 5 years.
Facts.
And
go ahead.
I also want to touch on the way that they are even used, because I know I wasn't on here when we discussed the Amari Cooper quote, but he believes CeeDee Lamb can actually be productive with the amount of targets, but it's not going to happen just because of the way that the offense is called. So, like, even right now, we talk about the wide receiving core not being good. The way that we use our wide receiving core is going to amplify the fact that we don't have a bunch of good wide receivers. Why would you pass the ball an exorbitant amount of times and then not target one good guy you have? You're going to pass the ball to guys lesser than him. That's going to show, they're going to end up showing on tape just how flawed the wide receiver room is. Other teams may pass the ball a lot. There are teams right now that are going to have more success than us passing the ball with less overall talent, but they're going to look better because they're going to get their best player the ball more often than we do.
Facts. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was looking at the thing. We've had a top 10 offense in terms of pass attempts since Kellen Moore took over, but we have never had a receiver on our team that was top 10 in targets.
Wow.
Look, CeeDee Lamb was our most targeted receiver this year. He led our team in targets, receptions, and yardage. All right. He was our number one receiver in terms of targets. He only qualified as 26th in the NFL in terms of targets.
Damn.
There were 25 more receivers that had more targets than him, including guys that were not number one receivers. Because Hunter Renfrow had more targets than him. Mike Williams, who played opposite of Keenan Allen, had more targets than him. My Pittman from the Colts, who plays in an offense that they're running back.
Oh my God.
Had more targets than CeeDee Lamb. So that is an issue. And even when you look at and matter of fact, and I'm going to say that is more on Kellen Moore than it is Prescott, because if you look at it, we go back to 2016. Dez Bryant missed 3.5 games and still had 96 targets in the time he was there. That's not even 30 more targets than what CeeDee Lamb got, and we passed the ball 10 times less a game because we've jumped up we only passed the ball like 30 times a game that year. So if you actually do the numbers, Dez Bryant got more volume targets in 2016, missing that time, than what CeeDee Lamb is getting a game.
And you know what's funny? CeeDee Lamb has the same problem Zeke has.
Underutilization.
Yep.
Because look,
that's so funny. You know what's so funny, bro? Because Cuzzo, is like I've been saying that the number one thing that I don't like about Kellen Moore is he believes in equality on the football field. He believes that everybody is good. If you're in the NFL, that means you're good. Yeah, you're good, but that also means there are guys that are better than you too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And CeeDee Lamb could theoretically have the exact. I mean, because if you want to be honest with you, Amari Cooper and Zeke had the same problem last year. Mm-hmm. Only issue is Zeke had an excuse because he was technically hurt. Right? But at the end of the day, our superstars all have the same problem, and that is underutilization. Same thing that Dez had, the same situation thing that Dez was saying when he was left.
matter of fact, let me tell you something crazy. Even let's go back to 2018. Amari Cooper only played 9 games in a Cowboy uniform, and he still had 76 targets. In a 9 game stretch, he still had 76 targets, 53 receptions, 725 yards, and that's with playing another 6 games somewhere else. So theoretically, like the issue is more on the system, because you can say what you want about Scott Linehan. At least he knew to give Zeke the ball and to give your number one receiver the football.
Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you guys this, like, and that's very true. And that's why yesterday, man, a lot of fans get caught up on these statistics talking about but the Cowboys were the number one offense in football. I'm like, yeah, but that's not how it works. The number one offense, like, listen to me. Did you guys know that the number one team in NBA that scored the most points did not win the championship? Did not win the championship. Currently, the number one team that has the most home runs in baseball is not the best team in baseball.
But you know who did win the Super Bowl?
Who?
The team that targeted their best receiver the most in the league.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this too, man. It's like, one thing about this Cowboys offense is you're going to have to decide who is going to be your best player, and he is going to have to get more reps and more touches than everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Because there's too big of a void in between.
Especially when other teams are doing that. Listen to me. If other teams were not utilizing their superstars, then you could get away with this. But you can't get away with it when other teams are utilizing their superstars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to think about it, man. Because there's a huge gap in between the level of talent that CeeDee Lamb has and the next guy on the roster. So, like, there's too big of a gap. It's not like you have CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Cedric Wilson, Michael Gallup. We don't have that anymore. To even think about doing something like that. There is a reason why wide receiver by committee does not work.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, it doesn't work anywhere. Like, it doesn't work anywhere. Like, that's just what it is. Like, it doesn't work anywhere. And I love it because I think, like, listen, after Aaron Rodgers proves it this year, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait, because, like, Aaron Rodgers is going to prove it this year. When the GOAT of all GOATs is going to, and I promise you, at some point this year, Green Bay Packers are going to trade for a wide receiver.
Yes, and I'm glad you said that, because look at the other teams. They don't just have the best receiving corps in the world. They got one dominant guy and a bunch of guys that can, they can pitch in, because in Buffalo it's Stephon Diggs, then everybody else. When Devontae Adams was there in Green Bay, it was him and everybody else. It wasn't like they had the best receiving corps in football. Hell, to an extent, in Kansas City, it was just Tyreek
Hill, because it switched. They were switching. They had Gordon back there one time. They had then they got McHale. They just, what's the boy name they drafted? McHale, I forget his last name. He's nice though. He's nice. Hey, looking at the comment box, what do y'all think, man? What are y'all thoughts? Who do you guys think is the weakest link on this team? Which room is the weakest link? And what are your thoughts on everything we talked about, from Kelvin Joseph to CeeDee Lamb? What are your thoughts on it? Appreciate you, Jonell, with the compliment. Also, you guys, don't forget, we are currently 3,300 stars away from getting our first 10,000 star day, man. I appreciate you guys. Training camp is coming, and you guys, don't forget, Top Star Giver is going home with a Dallas Cowboys Thanksgiving jersey. These are the jerseys. It's the exact same jersey I got on right now. Don't worry about your size, because I got sizes all the way from small all the way up to 10X. So make sure you guys hit that star button. Top Star Giver is going home with a Dallas Cowboys Thanksgiving jersey. So make sure you guys hit that star button. Yeah, man. So let me hit these comments where he hits. My boy Vondale Johnson says linebackers. Linebackers is the weakest room. Kellen Moore has to know his role players are not supposed to be the workload. They're supposed to relay on the stars. That's a great point. Appreciate you, Cole Dyer, with 1,000 stars. That's a great point. CeeDee Lamb is not a role player anymore. He's now a focal point. And focal point has to get focal point receivings. Targets. And to be honest with you, my biggest issue with and that's a good point, DeJarvis Young. My biggest point is, man, that they don't really like they don't really like identify who your best player is and then just keep feeding him. They don't do that. Like, they just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's why guys like Dez decline. That's why you see guys like Zeke that where it's being viewed like he's declining. You know what I'm saying? That's why even if you look at some guys, Dak had the best he had the best season of his career, 37 touchdowns, and people still ask you, man, what does Dak need to do? Like Kellen Moore, man, he just has an innate way of just bringing it out, man. And, you know, he has to get better at highlighting his superstars, man. Because I'm going to tell you what it's also going to do, man, is it's going to kill people. It's going to kill us when it's time to do free agency. And it already does, man. Because it's not even just about the money. Free agents have to actually want to come here. Like Devontae Adams bought a house in Las Vegas. And that's how we all realize, oh, damn, he might be moving out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there has to be some type of desire, man.
Yeah, and I don't see the desire to come and play in Dallas. Because think about how they do business in general. They tear down their players in the public eye. They never pay anybody. Underbid. They have not won anything of significance in a very long time. So why would they want to go through that? Why would they want to go through that and not even really have a chance to compete for a title? You know, you're gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to at least pay good. You're gonna have to at least stay out the way. You're gonna have to at least uplift your players. You're gonna have to do something to attract people to Dallas.
Yeah, because there's money everywhere, bruh.
It's not like the 90s when
like Jerry don't have all the yeah, we all have the same bank account now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we all know Jerry got a side account with more money in it, but we all got the same account that we can use. So like Jerry can't give no more money than, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's really not even about the team who has the most money. It's really about the team who's willing to spend. Because I'm going to just be real, man. At the end of the day, only one team is going to win the Super Bowl anyway. So all these guys know that, guess what? Most of us, if not 99% of us, are not going to win a chip this year. So we got to do what? At least be enumerated, at least get paid. Hey, man, tonight at 3 p.m. Actually, in about 3 hours, I'm going to be live right here, back here. I'm going to have my boy Jay Tuck on here. I'm going to have a bunch of bloggers on here, man. It's called Votron. That's what they're calling it. We're going to be live for about an hour and a half. We were talking Cowboys content. We got all the biggest Cowboys content creators out there live on one show. Your boy West Coast will be live in the building. So make sure you guys tune in at 3 p.m. today. It'll be on my YouTube. It'll also be on everybody's YouTube and Facebook. So make sure you guys tune in and make sure you guys tap in. But yeah, man, I'm excited I'm excited for the show tonight. But Henny, man, before we get out of here, man, let them know what you've been working on and let them know what was the last thing you dropped.
Yeah, man. So you can find me at Henny the Moore on Facebook, WordPress, Twitter. It's gonna be the same thing, spelled the same way. So the last one, let me get it pulled up. I don't want to jack my own title up now. All right, so the last article that I just dropped is More to Come, why Kellen Moore must adjust his philosophy. And it's pretty much just a reaction to the Amari Cooper interview where he states that CeeDee Lamb was ready if he gets the adequate amount of targets. It just breaks down how that's not really what his philosophy is, how he needs to change it. Like I said, he's been here 3 years, never had a receiver top 10 in targets, even though he's been top 10 in pass attempts. Every year he's been offensive coordinator. And, that's just pretty much what we have to focus on and hope that he changes in order for us to be successful in this upcoming season. But I got a couple things that I am working on. I'll hold a little bit closer to the vest. I'll let y'all know. Just follow me for any updates. We'll just go from there.
Shoot, I heard that, man. And then, Wednesday, I'll be at training camp. That's where I'll be. Wednesday, I will be at training camp. So this is how it's going to go. Wednesday, I'll be at training camp at 11:30. I'm going to be live from 11:30 for the entire training for 2 hours. I'm going to be live for the first 2 hours. Then after that, I'm going to come home. I'm going to edit up the film. And then me and GA, we're going to go on here and we're going to go live and we're going to break down everything that I saw at training camp. I'm going to have exclusive film, exclusive content that I shot myself from training camp. That's going to be interesting to watch. So make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be a great show. I'm going to have the call-in line open so you guys will be able to call in and everything. So it's going to be dope, though. And this is going to be every night that I go to training camp. You know what I'm saying? So every night that I go to training camp, I'm going to go to training camp. I'll be there at 11 o'clock in the morning for the training camp show. And then we will be live that night, later on that night after 8 for the training camp recap show. And that's going to be each day, man. So, make sure you guys turn that notification on, man. Make sure you turn your notifications on, because I'm going to tell you, man, there's going to be a lot of guys who are going to do videos on training camp. There's going to a lot of guys that's going to do pictures and write articles on training camp. But your boy West Coast, I'm going to be at training camp. And guess what? My boy Henny, he getting some exclusive content too. So he gonna be at training camp via West Coast. You know what I'm saying? But make sure you turn on your notifications on YouTube. Make sure you turn on your notifications on Twitter. Make sure you turn on your notifications on Facebook. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Will you be talking to any of the Cowboys players? I don't know, brother. I don't know. I like to say yes. Jonell, I kind of hope Kynamar sticks to the same scheme so we can finally get him out of here. No, Jonell, you don't want to sacrifice a year of your life to fire a coach. You don't want that. Life's too short. Jesus come back and everything. You know what I mean? Life is too short. We just want him to fix it.
Right. It's easier to
fix it, yeah, because he could get fired and then he could get fired and we hired the wrong coach.
Right. Because believe me, I have my issues with Kellen Moore. It could always be worse.
Facts. I mean, before there was Kellen Moore, there was Scott Linehan. Everybody, and y'all wanted Scott Linehan. Y'all wanted Scott Linehan gone. He was horrible. And now, guess what? You realize that there can definitely be worse.
Right. Because I believe if we had Scott Linehan as an offensive coordinator, we probably would have won that playoff game last year.
Yeah. My boy Lucky Johnson says kicker and punter is by far the weakest room. If anything, we need both. Well, we re-signed our Pro Bowl kicker, so we don't need a kicker. We re-signed him. Yeah, and then, the punter? The punter. We re-signed the punter. So, yeah, kicker, and then we got the dude, we got Liam Hucklim. I can't even say his name. I always mess it up. But he's been on the Cowboys before. Hopefully the key with a kicker is hopefully you don't need him. You know what I'm saying?
As long as he doesn't miss extra points, then we're fine. We don't want to kick a bunch of field goals anyway. But if he's missing extra points, and he putting the offense and work so hard to put the points up, and we go up to tie a game, we're still behind because of that. That's a different story. But like West Coast said, the key to having a weak kicker is not relying on him.
Facts, and that's why I say, man, if you look at a fan base and if you see a fan base and they're wearing their kickers jerseys, that means they are either. He says, "I could see you were." If you look at a fan base and you see them buying their kickers jerseys, it's because he's either really good. Well, they're only going to buy the jerseys if they're really good. You know what I'm saying? Like Dan Bailey. Why we know Dan Bailey? Because he was really good. You know what I'm saying? A fan base is only going to know a kicker because he's either really good or he's really bad. But more importantly, we have to get away from our losses, because our losses, your kicker had a moment where he could have won you the game. That's what we got to get away from. You know what I'm saying? If there ever is a time where he got to make a kick, you got to make the kick, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make the kick. Hey, you guys, don't forget. Hey, man, we're trying to get to 10,000 stars. We are currently 2,600 stars away, and I got to run the damn ball hat for somebody out there, because don't forget, if you sent 2,500 stars, you need to send me your address so I can send you a run the damn ball hat. You need to send me your address so I can send you a run the damn ball hat. If you sent your 2,500 stars, send me your address so I can send you a run the damn ball hat. All right, man, we about to get up out of here, man. Hey, we about to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody for tapping on. Make sure you guys tune in at 3 o'clock Pacific time. That's 3 p.m. Pacific time. 3 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to be live right here on my live. I'm going to be right here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be right here on my page. So make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be your boy West Coast, Law Nation Vach, Big Game James, Sky Steel, BJ Nix, Boss Cowboy. Rome, J Tuck. It's 10 of us. I don't know. It's 10. How it's gonna work, I don't know. We gonna figure it out though. But I know I'm gonna get my point across though. You already know. Hey, y'all already know how I do, man. But hey, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. How many games did we lose by 1? Oh, yeah, 2. We don't want field goals, but we know we're going to have to. A lot of field goal attempts. Yeah, you just got to make them. But, yo, man, I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure you guys tune in at 3 p.m. today. I'll see you guys later on at 3 p.m. today right here on West Coast Cowboy, man. You already know what it is. Never